we'll get started in about a minute. I think today, just in looking at what I've kind of drafted for class, probably a lot for glutes. So just be prepared because we end with glutes too. We will be on one leg for a bit, just for, these are small little drills, but we'll be on one leg. So make sure that you're really thinking about pressing the floor away. So we want to keep that lift out of the joint. And then we'll be adding some movement, not super dynamic, but some pulses and stuff. So just be careful with that. And if you need to come out of things, always take a break. It's better to do that and kind of reset your body and make sure you have a good foundation before you just hang out in the posture and try to hang on for dear life. We'll start as always with our 2-minute dolphin and our 2-minute forearm plank. You're welcome at any point, especially if you didn't do November series with us, you're welcome to make that a down dog and a plank. For most people, that's probably a little bit harder for time unless you have really tight shoulders. But if you're welcome to switch it up on Tuesday, maybe do the forearm, and on Thursday do the down dog. So go ahead, if you're going to set up for down dog or set up for forearm, go ahead and come down onto your elbows and grab your outer upper arms. So we always want to err on the side of narrow with this, just because tendency is tight shoulder people are going to tend to. Oops, hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Tight shoulder people are going to tend to, be able to look. They're going to slide out, and weaker people are going to tend to slide out as well. So it's going to look the same, even though it comes from different. It's based on different reasons. So grab upper arms, open the hands out so you have railroad tracks. If you want to interlace your hands, you can do that. Go ahead and pick up your hips and let your head relax. You're on the clock, and the entire action, your mantra is. Your breath is a great mantra if you want to find that rhythm of. Maybe a little bit of Ujjayi pranayama in through the nose and out through the nose and through the throat. But your verbal mantra is press, press, press. So we want to maintain that action throughout the entire 2 minutes. You're pushing through your elbows, you're pushing through your forearms so that you'll feel the ears, instead of the ears dropping away from the shoulders, the ears move up into the line of the shoulders. And it shouldn't feel like tension though in the shoulders, because the work is really coming from the press, and then your belly is drawing in. So that's going to help to eliminate some of that tension as well. And just let the head relax for this one. When you're working on, forearm balance or any of the inversions, in those situations, we would look forward, especially initially in our practice, because that's the brake system. So we don't flip over into a back bend, although that will happen at times, but we want to use the eyes forward to act as the brake system. When we're just working on strength like this, it's okay to let the head relax, and that way don't create unnecessary tension in the shoulders and the neck. Okay, we're already over a minute, so stay with it. Keep pressing. Remember the mantra, press. Remember also you can bend the knees. Tight hamstring people, bend those knees, but that doesn't mean drop the hips down. You reach the hip points high, draw the belly in, and just stay on the balls of the feet. Let the knees bend to take that inflexibility out of the hamstrings so that your spine can stay nice and straight. All right, we're down to the last 15 in our dolphin. Keep pressing, stay strong. Always you can take a break if you need to, and then reset before you get back in with us. Again, we don't want to do these postures just hanging on for dear life. Really do them with good form. All right, now start to shift forward into your forearm plank if you need to, and the elbows are widening. Please reset again before you join us in the 2-minute. And then from here, it's still the mantra of push. A little bit more, I think, push. I don't know, it's the same, I guess, but press, I think of that slight angle, and push, just push straight up away from the floor. The hips stay in line with the shoulders. Draw your hip points towards the navel line, so we're drawing that belly inwards. It's almost a more energetic draw in. So when I say that to a lot of students, they'll pick the hips up, trying to create some sort of visual of drawing the belly up. But here, just think about cinching the 2 hip points together right towards the navel center line. Flattening out the lower abdominals. Push your shoulder blades apart. Last week we did on Tuesday rather, we did the scapular push-ups. So you're pushing your shoulder blades to opposite sides of the room. And then take your trapezius muscles, those muscles right along the top of the shoulders, around the neck. Draw them away from the ears, but also draw the head out of the neck. So just create some length there and keep the gaze neutral. You can look down at your fist if you have the fist. You can look in between the thumbs. You can look slightly forward with the eyeballs. That's always going to be helpful because it keeps the trajectory of the spine long. But as soon as you look down, you drop the head, you're rounding through the cervical spine. So I want to keep spine long here. Press through the balls of the feet and take your thigh muscle. And again, cinch it into the bone. Really shrink wrap it in. Imagine you have a block between your inner thighs. Give a little squeeze to that block. Get all the muscles activated. You'll find that even though you're working a lot more parts of the body, you'll start to feel a little bit lighter in these postures. All right, we're getting there, you guys. Last 15 here. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Keep breathing. 10, 8, pull the belly up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees. Go ahead and pull it back. And then if you want to keep the hands in prayer, you can. You just take the hands over your head. That'll work to stretch out the serratus anterior muscles along the side body, your press muscles. Take 2 more breaths here. Stretch that out. Hopefully, I guess, are we in the 3rd week? Hopefully you guys are starting to feel, maybe this is the 2nd week, a little bit stronger in that. Okay, shift forward into your tabletop. Walk your hands forward, spread your fingers, curl your toes, pick your hips up and find downward facing dog. Go ahead and just shift forward real quick into plank and make sure you measure it out that the heels land in a stacked position over toes and the shoulders land stacked over the wrist. Pull it all the way back. All right, so similar here, we're pressing, but this time we're shifting the weight more into the thumb index finger. Ears go up to the shoulders, hug the arms in close to the head, bend the knees as much as you need to, reach your hip points high. Pull that belly in so the ribs expand outward. All right, now really press into the left hand, thumb index finger, and just lift to the fingertips of the right hand, like all of a sudden someone slid a cupcake under your hand. Now lower the right palm back down, press into that a little more, thumb index finger, and pick up the left. So we're just doing little push-ups onto our fingertips. Drop the left, pick up the right. Lift through that inner palm. Drop the right, pick up the left. Squeeze the fingers towards the center. Left down, right up. Right down, left up. Not a lot of movement in the body, just lifting through that palm of the hand. You got to brace yourself in the opposite shoulder. Pick up the left, lower. Right, left. Keep going. 5, right. 5, left. 4, right, 4, left. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Both hands down. Take a breath in here. Good. Now lower your forearms down. So hug the inner elbows in and just lower them straight down into dolphin. And then shift forward into your forearm plank again. I know we were just here. Take your right arm at a 45-degree angle across and then spin to a side plank. Just keep the feet apart rather than stacking here. And you're on the outer edge of the right foot. Brace yourself with that right forearm. Take your left hand and reach it up to the sky. And really pull your belly in. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt. Get that muscle to bone connection. And find your right side obliques. Cinch them in nice and tight. All right, now take an inhale, stretch the left arm high. On the exhale, thread it through the right arm. Go as far as you can and slowly unwind. It's going to be a lot better, more beneficial if you move with control. Thread and unwind. Nice and slow again. Pull belly in, thread, unwind. 2 more. Thread, unwind. Last one. Reach it as far through as you can, and then reach it back up. Now, brace your right foot. Pick your left leg out and kick it out to the right. Hold it here for 10, 9, squeeze that right glute, 8, 7, 6, 5, got a 90-degree angle in the legs, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower left foot down, spin, come back to your forearm plank. We'll take the left arm across to 45. So feet are about hips width distance. So when you spin, you're not changing the feet. You're just crossing there at the inner thighs. And then reach the right arm up to the sky. Once you've established your foundation, squeeze those inner thighs, push. We've been establishing those push muscles in our first part of the practice. Push and lift through your left side obliques. Big inhale, reach up. You can spread the fingers to create the energy. Exhale, thread all the way through. Squeeze through the obliques. Inhale, unwind. Nice and slow. Less is more in this practice. Thread and reach. You've got 3. Unwind. You've got 2. Unwind. Use the breath. All the breath out as you squeeze and thread. Inhale, reach it back up, hold, push down into that left foot. Take your right leg, kick it out to the right, 90-degree angles with the legs, lift through the left side body, flex your right foot. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the foot, roll back to your forearm plank. And then from here, we're gonna do 8 of those little dips. So we tap the hips to the floor. Make sure your low belly is strong and that you're not dumping in your low back. If you feel pain, stay in plank. Lower down slow. As you lower, lift the belly, lift the thighs into the bone. Pick back up. All of this from the low belly. Slowly just go to how far you can, tap. But again, if you feel pain in the low back, please don't go any lower. Lift from your core. Lower from your core. You've got 4, 3, 2. Last one like this. Pull it back up, hold here. Now take right knee, right tricep, tap. Step back, lower again. Tap the hips. Pick up the hips, left knee, left tricep. Tap, step back, lower and tap. Right knee, right tricep. Just 4 on each side. Slowly tap the hips. Pick them up, left knee, left tricep. Step it back, lower the hips. Last 2. Right knee, right tricep, hips to the mat. Left knee, left tricep, hips to the mat. It's a burner. Right knee, right tricep, hips. Left knee, left tricep, hips. Pick them back up 1 time, and then lower Sphinx. Whew. Okay, open your hands. Just find your Sphinx pose for a minute. Open your feet wide though for this one, and really brace through the tops of the feet. You don't want to over squeeze the butt here. And then we're going to lift the arms for seal, but only about halfway. So don't go to full straight position. Bend them and then hug them in. So you should feel the triceps supporting you here. Squeeze the elbows in, almost like you have a block in between the arms, and you want to hold that block. And then press the weight into the left hand. Keep that arm at about a 40-degree angle, 45-degree angle. And then hug it in and reach the right arm forward. Keep hugging that left arm in. Squeeze it in tight. Try not to dump to the left. Keep the shoulders level. Reach that right arm. Hold here 10. Press into the feet. Thighs are lifted. 8. Core is strong. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the right hand back down. Hug that right arm in. Brace yourself there. Keep the hips level. Keep the shoulders level. Make sure you feel that tricep holding, and then extend the left arm forward. So again, the shoulder wants to sort of cock out of alignment, so bring everything back to center. Really hug that arm in. Push with the hand. Push with your feet. Hold for 10. Lift your core. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hand. And if you want to straighten the arms a little bit more, make that feel good. Draw your belly into the spine. And then lower the arms back down. All right, coming back into your forearm plank. And then straighten both arms, come to plank, and then move back to down dog from there. Good job. Okay, pedal your feet. All right, lift your right leg high. Keep the right toes pointed. Keep your right leg nice and straight and firm, muscle to bone. And then look forward and bring your right foot around and try to touch the right edge corner of your mat. Swing it back straight-legged all the way, nice and slow. Just do the best you can with this. Some of this obviously requires a lot of flexibility for the hips. Take the right leg back. So if you only make it halfway, that's okay. Keep the leg straight though. 3, tap the front edge of the mat. Don't put any weight on it, just a light tap. Use your low belly to find these movements. Keep going. I'm doing a total of 8. You've got 3. Tap. Swing it back slowly. You've got 2. Grip your fingers when you shift forward like that. And you've got 1. We're going to swing that leg back around, 3-legged dog. Spin on your left foot and find side plank. But take the right foot just behind your left calf. Barely place weight on that big toe. Just balance on that big toe. And now squeeze your left glute under you and reach your right arm overhead. Find as much length through that right side body. Again, very little weight on that big toe, just enough to really balance yourself. And then try to push your left foot flat and squeeze the belly and then twist your chest. towards the sky. Hug the butt, squeeze it in tight. Find that connection, muscle to bone. Hold here. Now gently unwind, come back through to your plank, spin, shift forward about an inch so the shoulders go beyond. So the only movement is the bending and straightening of the elbows. Keep your core lifted, bend the arms, chaturanga, push it back up. Lean forward with your heart, bend the arms. Back to plank, 3 more. Push forward, 3, 2, you can always lower the knees. Last one, and then go back to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Left side, lift the leg, point the toes, straight leg. And then very gently start to sweep it outside. Tap the edge of the mat. Swing it back slowly. 8. Go with control. If you're going faster, slower than me, as long as you're breathing and you're using control, I don't care. I'm just sort of the guide, give you a rough estimate of how many to do. You got 4 more if you're with me. 3. Move from that low belly. Think about that first. Draw it in and shift. Okay, last one. Tap, and then we're going to slowly swing it around. Spin on that right foot. Take your left foot right behind your left calf, right calf, and balance on that big toe. Just the big toe. Reach the right arm overhead. And then push into that right hand. Kind of open the heart. Even though you want to squeeze the butt in and underneath you, take your rib cage and spin that a little bit more. Balance on that big toe, but barely. Push your right foot flat. Hold it here. Find that reach through your fingertips. Right foot eventually fully flat. Spin. And then slowly unwind, come back through into your plank. All right, this time, lower all the way down to the mat. Hug your arms in like chaturanga arms, so wings in. Pick up your hands 1 inch, curl your toes, pick up your knees. So when you lift into your hand release push-ups, you can keep knees down if you want, but try to lift the belly. As soon as your hands go down, pick up your hip points and push straight up. So the hip points will drag you down otherwise. Pick up your hands, press into the feet, pick the hip points up first, and then push. Lower, hands up, hip points up, push. Keep going. Hands up, hands down, hip points up, push. 4 more. Keep that long line of energy. Keep all that muscle to bone connection. This is when it comes in handy. It makes you feel lighter to push yourself off the mat. 2 more. Last one. Hold your plank and then downward facing dog. All right, drop down onto your shins like you're going to set up for camel, but don't worry, we're not doing camel. So come on up on your shins, feet about hips width distance. Take your hands to your head, like you're going to do sit-ups, and just brace the fingers. You don't have to interlace the fingers or anything. And then this whole time, I want you to think about your body in one plane. So we're not leaning forward or back for this first exercise. So we're going side to side. Think half movement. Hands and elbows go back, and then pull the belly in, and lift up first through the crown of the head, and then slowly tilt to the right. I want you to find your obliques in this exercise. Come back to center. Then move to the left. All of the movement coming from the obliques to the right. So pulling the belly in and lifting up with the obliques, lowering with the obliques, lifting back up. Keep going. To the right, to the left. And then pull yourself up slowly. That's negative work. So that's a lot of opportunity to build strength. We have a tendency with a lot of our exercises to let gravity do the work, or just momentum. In the case of kind of coming out of a posture, we use that momentum. Slow it down and find resistance, because then you'll build the negative strength, which ultimately makes all of these exercises easier. Down and up, down and up. Keep going. You've got 5 each side. Now sort of start to just go a little bit smoother, like you're just going back and forth, but it's all coming from the obliques. Press down into the shins for 3. Should feel that burn on the side abdominals for 2. And for 1. Come back to the center. Bring your arms out and grab your elbows and pull them away from your shoulders. Pull your belly in. So when you lean back, try to again keep your body one straight line. So it's not like you lean back like that for this exercise. We go straight back, just hinging at the knees, and straight up. Okay, go as far back as you can. Kind of hover for a second and then come back up. Feeling this in the thighs. Let your arms sort of pull you forward. That'll help you counterbalance. Lean back as far as you can, hover for a second, and then come back up. You've got 8. Pull it back, hover. Come back up. Feel it in the thighs. Lean back, one straight line. Don't bend at the waist. Even if it's only an inch, go back. All right, we're halfway there. Give me 4 more. Squeeze the butt a little bit. 3 more. 2. All right, for that last one, you know what's coming. We're going to hold it just for a little. Lean back. Hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up. Release the arms. Okay, this time we are going to bend at the waist. But I want you to think more like a squat. So keep your chest upright, and just, you can have hands at heart, and just sit back and hover. Don't ever touch the heels. And when you come up, thrust your hips forward. Squeeze your butt. Drop hips, hover, and then thrust the hips, squeeze the butt. Hips down, hover, and squeeze and lift. Get that place right where it burns, right when you want to sit all the way down. Squeeze the butt at the end. You've got 5. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. All right, shift the weight into your left leg. Lean to the left a little bit. Take your right knee, lift it off the floor. Take your right foot, lift it off the floor. And if you can, bring your leg forward. Balance here. If you have to put the toe down, put the toe down. We'll play with the balance. You can take the arms out to the side, a little easier. One more time, try it. Take the right leg, put it back down, and just switch. Pick up the left knee, pick up the left foot, pick up the whole leg, shift it forward, balance. Let the arms counterbalance you, look at one spot. Try it one more time. And release. Bring your left foot down. All right, you guys, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Let that go. All right, inhale, lift your right leg high. On the exhale, pull your knee to your nose. Curl and round, lift your fingers. Send it back nice and long. Again, pull in from the low belly, shift forward. One more time, send it high. Pull it in. Prepare to step for crescent. Push through your mid-back, step through. Slide your left foot back, set your legs first. You're high on the ball of that back foot. Right knee stacked over right heel. Walk your hands up your thighs, and then push your body up to upright. And then hands to heart. And then reach up. Okay, so set the legs like this, squeeze in our thighs. We're gonna tap the left leg, just gently tap and pick it up. Squeeze through that left glute and hamstring as you straighten the leg. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Keep that low belly strong. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, now pick it up and hold it up. Press in again. Hands to heart. Now we have 10 twist taps. Only gently tap. Twist to the right, lower tap. Pull it back to center. You're moving your gaze. Twist, use your core. Use your inner thighs. Release. Twist and tap. Just a gentle tap. Go slow. You've got 5. Use your core to unwind. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. Now slowly lower that left knee down. Just hinge it back for a second. Give it a little half split for a second before we move into the next phase. All right, we're going to move into warrior 3. So I just wanted you to get off that joint for just a second. Ease it out. And then come back up through. And from here, just keep the hands down and start to shift forward into your warrior 3. Pick up your chest, pick up your leg. All right, so staying on that right glute, right leg, we're just going to take kind of a reverse single deadlift. You're gonna bend the right knee slightly and tap your left foot. Straighten the right leg, pick up the left. Bend and tap. Straighten and pick up. Bend and tap. Straighten and pick up. Keep going. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Hands can be at heart center. You've got 5. Lift. 4. You gotta bend that right knee slightly to tap. 3. Feel the burn in that right glute. 2. And then hold it up on 1. Stay here, warrior 3. Now bend your left leg, heel to the bum, straighten it out. 10. Heel to bum and straighten. Heel to bum, flex your foot. That right glute should be on fire. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your left foot down, hands down to the mat. Woo, 3-legged dog. Open up the hips. I don't know, I did a little bit of glute work yesterday, so maybe it's just me, but hopefully you guys feel that on that right glute. Give it a couple of circles. Let it go. We don't want to be in the low back in those exercises, so that's why I say take breaks if you need to. And now shake it out, down dog. Let's do the other side. Left leg lifts, inhale. Knee to the nose 3 times. Pull it in, shift forward, clench the fingers. Send it back, 3-legged dog for 2. Bring it forward, clench the fingers, grip them. And then this 3rd time, prepare to step, pull it in, push, heel, ball, toe. Adjust your feet, stacking left knee over heel, right heel over toes. Lift your chest, and again, walk the hands up. Hands to heart, establish your crescent, and then reach all the way up. And get those 4 exercises. All right, tap and lift that back leg. Squeeze through the right glute and hamstring. Lower and gentle tap. Low belly strong, that'll keep you light. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1, crescent, hands to heart. We have 10 twist taps, pull the belly in, twist, lean to the left, tap and then unwind. Tap the elbow and unwind. Nice and slow. Remember, you don't have to go at my pace. I do have a tendency to go a little faster, but it's a gentle tap. You're in control. Lift through that back leg to stabilize. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Come back to the center, plant the hands, drop that right knee, hinge it back, give it a little stretch. You know where we're going. Just hinge, left hip back, right hip forward. We'll build our way up to warrior 3, so shift forward, hands are on the mat, pick up the right leg, and then as you lift the chest, straighten the left leg, hands to heart. Everything to parallel to start. And then soften the left knee, tap the right foot, pick up the right foot, straighten left leg. Keeping the chest pretty much parallel, just moving from that waist, drop and lift. Bend and straighten. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, come out if it's hurting, 2, or just hold in your warrior 3. Hold it up on 1, last one here, and now bend and straighten, flex your foot, heel to bum. 8. Using that hamstring. 6. Stabilizing with the glute. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently step it back, plant the hands, send that left leg high, circle it out. Woo. Yeah, I know, we still have glutes to do at the end. That's why I want to give you fair warning today. Shake it out. All right, let's take the attention off of the legs and glutes, bring it back into the upper body, walk your feet out wider than hips with distance, almost to the edges of the mat. Superman, so you're gonna take left arm, right leg, and lift them up. Balance. And then lower, shift forward, do a chaturanga push-up. And then other side, right arm, left leg. Lower, chaturanga. Switch. And then it's just a hold, a brief hold, switch. Do the push-ups in between, arms in close, shift forward. Switch. Switch. All right, 2 more each side. Last round. And quick child's pose. Drop it down. Touch your third eye. All right, come back through. One more here with that. Now just regular plank. And then we're gonna tap knee. We're gonna do spider tap. So knee to the tricep, knee to the tricep, push forward, chaturanga push-up. Knee to tricep, chaturanga push-up. Tricep push-up. Right, left, push-up. Right, you gotta push forward that extra inch to get beyond the shoulders or beyond the wrist. 3, 2, and 1. Push up, and then one more time, drop the knees. Drop your sternum. All right, shift back, come into downward facing dog. And then inhale, look forward, walk or jump your feet to the front of the mat. And bring the feet. Yeah? Okay, honey, I'll be up in a minute. You can grab it. Sorry, guys. Okay, chair pose. So feet together, and then start to sit the hips down and reach the arms up. All right, one little bit for the legs, and then we're gonna get close to the glutes, I guess. Okay, shift the weight to your left leg, pick up your right leg. So you have a little bend here, you don't have to be real low. And then pull your right foot back a little bit and pulse it back. Just pull, oh, I'm sorry, keep that right leg straight. Pulse the left, pulse the left. I know, we were just here. Pulse, pulse, little pulses in that glute. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring it forward, straight-legged. Do it again, tap. Almost like a little baby pistol squat. If it's too much for knees, stay in a chair and little pulses, bringing the weight into the heels. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the leg, right foot down. Chair pose other side, sit down low. Shift weight into the right foot, bend the left leg, heel to the back. Again, we're pulsing that right leg, the standing leg. You don't have to come all the way straight. Keep a slight bend. Weight in the heel. Pulse. Pulse. For 10. 8. 6. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Now kick it forward. Straight leg. Pulse that right leg again. Weight stays in the heels. 10. 8. 6. 4. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the leg. Feet hips width distance. Hands at heart. So we're going to do little curtsy squats. Bring your, let me remember how it is. So it's going to look like this. You're going to bring the right shin down behind you. Gentle tap, come back up. So we start in kind of a low chair, and then push the weight into the right foot. Gently lower the left shin, tap it. Come back to center. Do this slow. Tap. And pick it right back up. So you're not bearing any weight on that shin. It's just a tap on the top of the foot and the shin and the knee. So the standing glute is the one you're bracing yourself with. Go left. Tap. Go right. Tap. For 8. Weight in the heels. Stay with it. Try to get that knee behind the ankle or even to the side of it. Or like beyond the side, not to the exact side. Pick it up. We're just working on balance too. 4. 3. 2. Last round. Stay with me. And release. Stand all the way up. Shake that up. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Take a little vinyasa here. Just step back, flow through your vinyasa. If you want to hold your up dog for a moment or two, we haven't really done that today. Come back through down dog. And then shift forward. Just real quickly, let's do a little bit of spine, always important. All right, take your hands and interlace them behind your head like we did on our shins. Open your feet about hips width distance, point your toes. Inhale, pick up the upper body. Reach the elbows out, press the head into the hands. Lift it up. Now pick up your legs. Point the toes. Push the head into the hands, open the elbows up even higher, lift. Lower down. Take the arms out to the side. Keep the legs hips width distance, just because it makes it feel sometimes better in the lower back. Go a little bit higher, and then lift the upper body first. Arms go out, arms go up, lift the legs. And just try to use your back muscles. Lift through that mid-spine, right between the shoulder blades. Pick your upper body up even higher than the legs. And lower down. Bend your knees. Take your thumbs up. Take your hands out, thumbs up, and reach from the inside. Grab your big toe. So we don't flip at the wrist. Palms facing out, thumbs facing up. Curl the toes around that grip, and then kick up first and peel the upper body. Try to hug the knees in. So don't let the knees splay out real wide here, and then kick a little higher. Kick a little harder. Get the legs involved. Kick, 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 and slowly release. And bring your body down, bring your hands down, press it back into your tabletop. We're gonna do really quickly, let's do 8 rounds of switch kick. It's gonna look like this. Let's just get the heart rate up and then we're done. We'll go right to the glutes after this. So a switch kick is when you switch in the middle of the air. So you start with the right leg, you hop up, just switch kick. Landing, gently tap that foot, switch it up again. So we're working on the landing, tap, switch. Look forward. Remember I said at the beginning of class, that brake system. Land softly. Keep going. If this is out of your comfort zone, little baby hops, that's fine. That's how you start to build. Get beyond the fear factor. Arms are locked. So as soon as you kick up, the arms want to collapse. That's when you push them out of the way. All that push work we've been working on is when it comes in handy. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Last round. And drop down to your knees. Quick child's pose. All right, we're there, you guys. Let's get ready for our glute work. Sorry about that, because we've already done a lot. But come down on your forearms. I'm kind of dedicated today a little bit more to legs and glutes. All right, drop to your forearms. You can measure here. Push through your mid-back. Pick up your right leg. Bend your knee. And then kick it straight up and lower it down. Straight up, lower it down. Squeeze it at the top. At this point, you guys are pretty familiar with this drill. It's about control and moving from the glute muscles. And recruit a little bit the hamstring here. Squeeze it at the top. Go to your highest point. Push. Hug that other hip under though. Don't let it wing out. Squeeze at the top. You've got 5. Push and squeeze. Lower with control. 4. Pull your belly in 2. Don't let the low back do this work. Last 2. Okay, last one. You're going to hold it at the highest point. Little pulses, little squeezes in the glute. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now straighten the leg, flex your foot, tap your big toe. Same action. Keep hugging that left hip in. Lift up to highest point, squeeze it at the top. Lower with control. That's that negative work. Find that resistance. You've got 4. High. 3, 2. Get ready. Hold it up on 1. Little pulses. Straight leg. Lift it higher if you can for 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, 1. Come to your right fingertips, spin and stack your hips, stack your shoulders as much as you can, lift your leg as high as you can, flex your foot to the right, little pulses, outer glute. Lift it higher. 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, 1. Now come back to the middle, spin your hip down, toes down, but keep the leg high. Come to your left, 45 degrees, spin your leg out to the right, 45. Again, make sure that hip is closed, point the toes down, flex the foot, lift the leg up. Little tiny pulses, you should feel this right underneath the bum where the glute and the hamstring meet. Little squeezes there to lift and lower. 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, 1, come back to the center, bend your knee, heel to the bum, hug the left hip under, and then at an angle, kick your left, right leg heel out. You're gonna flex your foot, push through the heel, and squeeze through the glute as you straighten the leg. For 10, 8, controlled movement. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your right foot, tap it across your left, kick it out, big swing, but it's still controlled, and tap it again. For 3, 2, 1, bring it out, fire hydrant, bend the knee, and then lift it up and lower it, just like a dog. Pick up the leg and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake that out side to side. All right, we'll set up just a second for the other side. That's all we've got. Okay, come back. Set up in your forearm. Push the mat away. Bend the left leg. Hug that right hip in. And then lift the left leg and lower. You're going to feel this one on that side already. You've been working it. Make sure you brace through the right side now. So you're getting that stabilizing work. Lift it high, squeeze it at the top. Push through your heel, 10. All the way up for 5. 4, 3, 2, hold it up on the last one, highest point, little pulses, little squeezes. For 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight leg, tap the toe, lift it up and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. Don't let it drop with the thud. Slow it down on the descent. Hug that right hip in. Keep going. You got 6. Squeeze it at the top. 5. The last 2. Last 1. Hold it up there. Pulse it out. 20. 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1. Spin. Come to left fingertips. Turn your toes out. Lift the leg as high as you can. And little outer glute pulses. Little lifts and lowers. Little squeezes. For 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, 1. Spin, walk off to your right, turn your toes down, close your hip, but keep your leg up. Leg goes out, 45. Lift it up, and little pulses, glute attachment point. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. Bend your knee, heel to the bum, knee at an angle, hug right hip under, kick it out, squeeze it. Flex your foot, push through your heel. You've got 10. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your foot across, and again, kick it out at an angle, 8. Tap. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, fire hydrant, lift and lower for 10. Hug that right hip in. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come down onto your belly for a second. Come into a Sphinx pose, or you can rest your third eye. Take your feet together behind you. Create a diamond shape with your legs. And then pulse actually bring your head down. It's easier. Pulse your legs up. So using inner thighs and glutes here. Pulse it up. Press the feet together. Pulse it up. Last bit. This is the last exercise. You've got 15. 10. 8. 6. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Don't kill me tomorrow. All right, great work, you guys. It's 9:45. Please stretch that out. Let me show you real quick one good stretch if your glutes felt like they got a lot today. Do like a spinal twist setup, but instead of worrying so much about the twist, pull that leg into your rib cage and keep your chest going upwards and just pull in, and you should feel a nice stretch along that outer glute. Just lift up here, pull the knee in. You can add a little twist to it too as well, but make the focus more the glute. Pigeon's a good one too, so work on that. And then always check in day after class. Where are you feeling sore? If you're feeling it in places that you don't feel like you should, and usually it's low back, then shoot me a message. We can talk about that. But a lot of it's just getting in that mentality of away from workout mentality of momentum and how many exercises you can fit in. So we go for speed, we go for momentum, and instead moving more from that low belly, using strength, using control, and less is more. So if I'm doing 10 and 8 makes more sense for you, perfectly fine with that. All right, you guys, have a great day. I guess have a great weekend, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Namaste. Bye-bye.